Hey guys, it's Robert, Avionics Man. Remember we were using the M1 out there, and a follow-up. I told you we were going to have a follow-up to the bonding that we did out there. Anyway, very quick. I want you to see the reading that we got out there, which had to be less than 4 milliohms, and you can see we got 2.32 milliohms. You saw that, right? So that passes, and again, the paperwork will be specific on the reading that you should get, the AMM or the bonding procedure. If you come over here, this is the jumper that you'll see it. You'll see surfaces of the airplane, the elevator, the flaps that are bonded to ground. And why is that? Lightning strikes, you want everything go to ground. And St. Elmo's fire, which is electricity floating at 20, 30,000 feet, which affects the communication of the airplane. These are static wicks. There's probably 20 on the aircraft. They got them on the wings. And they're anti-static wicks is what they are. Some people think it's a cosmetic thing. You know, it looks cool. No. They're actually a function, and they prevent VHF communication and HF communication interference when you're at 20,000 feet and you have St. Elmo's fire. You could Google it on aircraft, and you'll see this electricity. It's like static electricity forming on the aircraft. Well, this has to be bonded to ground, and on C checks and D checks, heavy checks, you have to check that bonding to ground. And there's different reasons why you do bonding checks. So mainly you're checking the bonding. You replace a bonding jumper, you have to check it. Well, come this way. I did mention a word out there that's a complicated word called intrinsically safe. Intrinsically, wow, that's a complicated word to pronounce. Well, it doesn't produce static electricity when you hit it or when you do your measurement. There's some bonding meters that aren't intrinsically safe. You need to make sure. To be safe, you know what I do? I always use an intrinsically safe bonding meter for all tasks. That way I don't have to worry about it. But sometimes some manufacturers not intrinsically safe, but you better make sure that if the paperwork says and you're inside a fuel tank doing bonding checks or around where there's vapors, that it is an intrinsically safe bonding meter which does not produce static electricity. All right? And in fuel tank areas, especially where it produces vapors and gases, you need to make sure that that's the case. Bonding meter is going to be used a lot. You're going to use a lot of bonding meters, especially when you're doing heavy service checks, you know, A checks and stuff. And sometimes, you know, ADs and mandates when they want to check the bonding of certain tubes. There's an AD going on right now that's what you have to do. All right? We'll see you next time. I'm signing off. Hey guys, it's Robert, Avionics Man. Remember we were using the M1 out there, and a follow-up. I told you we were going to have a follow-up to the bond.